The seven princes of hell are a group of demons or fallen angels found in Christian demonology. They are each associated with one of the seven deadly sins. The concept of the seven princes of hell developed through medieval narratives, including works of literature and folklore. While not all of the seven princes are mentioned in the Bible, these demons have nonetheless found their way into various expressions of the Christian faith. Let's explore who they are and their impact or influence on believers and the fallen world in general. The first of the seven is Lucifer. In some circles, he is seen as the ruler of hell and is often seen as the most powerful of the princes. He is associated with the sin of pride and plays a central role in many occult practices. Lucifer is also commonly referred to as Satan, the devil, or the fallen angel in Christianity and Judaism. However, some traditions differentiate between Lucifer and Satan, seeing them as separate entities. Lucifer is said to be a fallen angel who rebelled against God and was cast down into hell, same for Satan. Isaiah 14:12-17 speaks of a Babylonian king, called the Morning Star. In the Latin version of the Old Testament, the words morning star are translated as the name Lucifer. This king or star is described as having fallen from heaven and cast down to Sheol, the place of the dead. And although Christianity considers Lucifer to be evil, he presents himself or has been depicted as a bearer of light. The light-bearing image comes from the Hebrew term Hello Benchkar, which means bright morning star. The phrase was later translated into the Latin term Lucifer. Aside from the morning star reference, the Bible does not explicitly mention Lucifer as a demonic figure. In popular culture, Lucifer has been portrayed in various ways, from a horned demon to a charming and charismatic character in TV shows like Lucifer. Mammon is next on our list of hell's princes. Mammon is an Aramaic word that means wealth or riches, and is one of the seven deadly sins. In some Christian traditions and folk beliefs, Mammon is personified as a demon or fallen angel who represents greed and materialism. He is often portrayed as a wealthy demon, with hoards of treasure at his disposal. This demon is thought to be responsible for tempting humans with wealth and material possessions, leading them from spiritual values to earthly riches. In Matthew 6:24, Jesus says that no one can serve two masters, Mammon and God, since he will hate one and love the other. Jesus' words serve as a warning against the dangers of placing material wealth, or mammon, above heavenly pursuit. Mammon, aside from being one of hell's seven princes, can also be seen as an embodiment of the temptation towards greed, materialism, or the love of money. It's also important to note that Mammon is not explicitly described in the Bible as a demonic entity. Asmodeus is associated with the sin of lust and carnal desire. He is described as a powerful and seductive demon who tempts humans into indulging in sexual misconduct, leading them to destruction. Asmodeus is said to have originated within Persian mythology and was later incorporated into Jewish and Christian demonology. Asmodeus is often described as having the ability to transform into a variety of forms, including a monster with 3 heads, one of a man, one of a ram, and one of a bull. He is also said to have beguiling charm and is able to twist the desires of mortals to his own ends. The Book of Tobit, which is part of the Catholic and Orthodox Old Testament canon, contains the most accounts of the demon Asmodeus. In these accounts, Asmodeus is said to have fallen in love with one of Solomon's wives and stole her ring to prevent Solomon from finding her. In today's pop culture, Asmodeus has appeared in a variety of forms, including as an antagonist in the video game series Castlevania, and as a recurring character in the TV series Supernatural. While Asmodeus is mentioned in certain Jewish texts, the Book of Tobit, and in some Christian writings, the Bible otherwise does not reference him specifically. Leviathan is a biblical sea monster, mentioned in the Old Testament books of Job, Isaiah, and Psalms. His name means twisted or coiled. In Jewish and Christian demonology, Leviathan is sometimes referred to as the demon of envy. The association between Leviathan and envy is based on the belief that, like the sea monster, envy is a destructive force that can overwhelm and consume a person. The demon is thought to inspire feelings of jealousy and resentment, causing individuals to focus on what they lack rather than on what they have. In addition to his role as a demon of envy, Leviathan is said to have powers of chaos and destruction, powers often associated with water. While the creature called Leviathan appears in the Bible, the demonic connection is not clear, and some people think the creature is actually symbolic of the power of God. Beelzebub's name is derived from the Canaanite god Baal, and it is commonly translated as Lord of the Flies or Lord of the Palace. Beelzebub has been associated with the sin of gluttony, which reflects his connection to indulgence and pleasure. In Christian demonology, Beelzebub is typically portrayed as a demon of chaos and evil. Some believe that he is the prince of demons or the ruler of hell's hierarchy, while others consider him to be a lesser demon who serves under Satan or Lucifer. Beelzebub is often depicted as a smooth-talking, charismatic demon who can trick and deceive mortals with his powers of persuasion and manipulation. He is said to be particularly skilled at tempting people with wealth, power, and pleasure, and he uses these temptations to lure them away from God. He is also associated with the element of air and is sometimes depicted as a fly or insect. Beelzebub is mentioned in Matthew 12:24, where the Pharisees accused Jesus of casting out demons by the power of Beelzebub, who they called the prince of demons. Jesus refutes their assertion, saying that casting out demons by the prince of demons would make for a divided household, one that would not stand. Apart from this mention in Matthew, the Bible does not provide much information about Beelzebub. Nevertheless, the character of Beelzebub has become a prominent figure in Christian demonology and occult traditions. The next prince is Satan. His name is derived from the Hebrew word Hasatan, which means the adversary. In the book of Job, Satan comes before God to challenge his righteousness and seek permission to torment Job. He is often described as a powerful and cunning creature who leads humans away from God and into temptation. In Christianity, Satan is considered to be a fallen angel who rebelled against God and was cast out of heaven. Satan is sometimes identified with other figures in Christianity, such as the dragon in the book of Revelation or the serpent who tempts Eve in the Garden of Eden. In popular culture, Satan is often depicted as a horned demon with a tail, red skin, and a pitchfork. And he has appeared in a vast body of literature and art, and his influence can be seen in everything from horror movies to heavy metal music. In occult beliefs, Satan is seen as a god of knowledge and enlightenment who challenges traditional religious beliefs. However, in Christianity, he is regarded as an enemy of God and a force of darkness and evil. While Satan is considered to be the prince of demons or the ruler of hell, he is also associated with the sin of wrath, one of the 7 deadly sins. His rebellion against God is seen as an act of wrath, and he is often depicted as a tempter who leads humans into anger and violence. The last of the 7 princes is Belphegor. He was originally a Moabite god of fertility and was later assimilated into Christian demonology. He is depicted as a humanoid demon with a goat's head and long horns, often carrying a scepter symbolic of his power over earthly pleasures. Belphegor is often associated with the sin of sloth or laziness, one of the 7 deadly sins. This association comes from a legend that tells of Belphegor tempting people to idleness and distraction. In this story, Belphegor is sent to Earth to discover if there is anything that will tempt people from their vocation, and he discovers that sloth is the most effective way. The story of Belphegor is not mentioned in the Bible and is considered to be a myth originating in the Middle Ages. Some historical documents suggest that a cult of Belphegor was practiced in medieval era, where the demon was worshipped as a patron of laughter and amusements. Belphegor's significance in modern culture includes his appearances in various literary works, video games, and films. There you have it, the 7 princes of hell. They are not all found in the Bible, nor are they found in all expressions of Christian faith and practice. In fact, while demons are believed to be real, Christian theology does not necessarily recognize them with specific names and ranks, but there are a few exceptions as revealed in this video. Even so, the true nature of temptation lies within the human heart and mind, as much, if not more so, than the external forces we call demons. Thanks for watching. And if you found this video intriguing, please like and subscribe.